The state is finally telling us how many people filed unemployment claims and how many are still stuck in limbo. Our political editor, Craig Patrick, has the numbers and how they compare to other states. Hi, Craig.
Hi there. They certainly lagged the nation. Beyond that, we weren't getting answers for weeks. And in a striking moment a few days ago, the governor said even he could not get answers from his own administration in terms of how many claims they're processing. That's why the administration has released a new dashboard, updated daily. And at this point, the numbers are not good, and they speak for themselves. The state so far, since the pandemic struck in mid-March, has received more than 1.6 million jobless claims. And as of today, it has only paid around $95,000.
The task is pretty daunting.
It's daunting because Florida's online unemployment system has been riddled with glitches for years. And the governor did not order fixes last year after auditors flagged hundreds of technical issues with it. And now hundreds of thousands of people who lost their jobs are paying for it.
But we are confident we're making progress hour by hour.
And yet the newly released stats indicate they're still losing ground. For example, on Monday, the state reported 1.5 million claims filed. Then on Tuesday, the claims jumped to more than 1.6 million, but the state only processed around 8,300 claims from one day to the next, meaning the claims backlog grew by more than 100,000 in the past 24 hours. Meanwhile, Florida is in the bottom 5 of the nation in how much it pays, no more than $275 a week, and it's in the bottom 2 for how long it pays, no more than 12 weeks plus 13 weeks from the feds. And an AP analysis found Florida is also at the bottom of the nation in the percentage of unemployed residents it serves. For perspective, in New York, the epicenter of the outbreak, 30% of its unemployed claims are backlogged, and in Florida, it's more like 90% plus. Of more than 1.6 million claims, it's processed 170,000, around 10%. And of those, it's only paid nearly 95,000. That's around 6% of the claims. The state says yes, but many of those claims may be duplicates. It's confirmed there are at least 668,000 unique individuals who have filed, and of those, only 14% have been paid.
And I need an answer why I'm not getting my federal money, why this is taking so long.
And those are two very good questions, very common ones we are getting over and over again. Why are people not getting their federal money? A couple of reasons. First off, because the federal government was slow in passing it along to the states after the CARES Act was passed. And then Florida has been uniquely slow compared to the rest of the nation in terms of processing claims. The state has sent out a first batch of federal checks for $600 for a first week of benefits, but just to some recipients, that is a long way from finished. Plus, part-time workers, the state does not have a way to bring them into the system yet, even though they are eligible for those extended federal payments. That is something that the state is still working to resolve as we speak.
And a lot of people are waiting for them to resolve it. So the state, I hear, is automatically enrolling all the Disney workers who have been furloughed. Does this mean that they are effectively jumping ahead of so many others who have been patiently waiting for benefits for weeks?
Well, they're getting a jump start in the sense that Disney is working with the state to send one large batch file to the state that will include employee ID numbers, pay information, how much each individual was making who was furloughed. The Disney workers, though, will still be assigned a PIN, and they'll receive a message with that PIN. They then have to connect to the system that so many people have had trouble connecting with, and then take further action to complete their application. So the information is filled in largely for them, but there are still steps they have to take, and it's the same line of steps that has been frustrating so many people now for weeks who have been going through, first off, the trouble with connecting, followed by sitting on your hands and waiting for your application to get approved.
Boy, this is the subject people continue to talk about. I'm so glad you're staying on top of it for us. Thanks, Craig.
Yeah.